Hey, it's Tom Z with Traction Real Estate Mentors, and in this quick video, I want to teach you what to have your call center say, or what to have the person who answers your phone say to the motivated seller who calls you. Keep it rolling and stay tuned. So when I checked my email earlier, I had 2 messages from my call center about motivated sellers who had called me based on the marketing that I've done. They both received postcards when I looked them up, but quite honestly, they said they received my flyer in the mail. One thing to keep in mind is that whether you send a letter or a postcard or something else, they almost always refer to it as being a flyer. That's just the way they are. People think about it as being a flyer. They don't seem to really recognize it as a postcard or letter. So just always get used to the fact that they're going to say the word flyer. It's like some flyer, some sort of magic word to them. So here's the thing. What did I have my call center ask? Because they don't follow the same script that I do. I follow my deal worksheet. My deal worksheet that comes out of my Rapid Cash Generator kit is a framework for what I'm supposed to say on the phone. It's not a script, mind you. Look, a lot of people try to sell you scripts. They want you to follow a script. Life doesn't follow a script. So when you try to follow a script, you aggravate the living daylights out of the person you're talking to. Think about the number of times you've been on the phone with a call center and you're stuck in their script and they're trying to follow the script, and it's aggravating the living daylights out of you. That's what happens when you just try to mindlessly follow a script. So I don't follow scripts. I have a framework. A framework gives me the parameters of what should happen, and then it lets me freestyle within that framework because I know what the boundaries are, and I know when someone's gone over that line and I can bring them back in. So here's the thing. The very process of bringing someone through my deal worksheet framework, that's what builds rapport between them and me. That's what gets them to know me, to like me, to trust me, to want to do business with me. So I can't have all that take place with the call center. Because if they go through all those questions with the operator on the phone when they initially call in, then the rapport is going to be built with that person. And that doesn't do me any good. In fact, that hurts me because when I call to talk to them, they're frustrated. They're frustrated at having to repeat all of those answers to me. So you want to be really careful about this. So what I have my virtual assistants that answer my phone do is they follow an abbreviated script. I'm going to tell you some of the things in that abbreviated script because it'll benefit you. The abbreviated script is simple. I want to get their name. I want to get a phone number. I want to get an alternate phone number. Now, why do you think I want an alternate phone number? What happens most of the time? Do you think that, like someone's in trouble and they're not paying their bills? What bill do you think they're also not paying? The telephone bill, yeah. If they're not paying the telephone bill and they get cut off, or their voicemail's full and I can't reach them, that's actually really aggravating and frustrating to me and devastating to my business because I'm not able to get in touch with someone who called to leave me a message or called to talk to my virtual assistant. So I got to make sure I get a phone number, an alternate phone number, and an email, because now I have 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 ways of contacting them, which should ensure the fact that they don't go dark, they don't go quiet on me, and they don't disappear. That's important. I want to ask them the address of the property. Why are they selling it? What asking price are they asking for? Remember, all of these are basic questions, and if I wind up repeating them, it's fine, but none of those questions are actually committed to. It's simply, hey, how much are you asking for the property? What's the address of the property? Now, when I get that note, like I did today, I got the note from 2 different properties, 2 different motivated sellers from my virtual assistant. I'm able to look and say, all right, I know one of them, I know the neighborhood, so I know what it's worth. The other one, I don't know the neighborhood, so I'm going to take a few minutes and run some quick comps, figure out what that property is worth. So now when I call the person back, I know. So both these people, I know the value of the property now because they've left my virtual assistant the address, and I can call them back, and now I have a target in my mind for where that negotiation needs to go. Look, I haven't been to the property yet. I'm overseas. I'm not even in a position where I could have gone to see the property. But that doesn't matter. I don't need to see the property to know what the repairs are worth because I can see it in terms of the photos. The photos will give me the correct repair estimate. It's the photos that let me know. So I've said to these sellers, hey, do you have any photos of the property? Can you describe the property to me? What kind of condition is it in? So if I get photos, fantastic. If I don't, I still initially know where I need to be at for two reasons. One, I'm always assuming a base level of 40 grand in repairs. It takes 40 grand to, install a new kitchen and a bunch of baths. So I'm safe on that number as my minimum. It might want to be more, but I know as a minimum number, that's where I need to be, at least 40 grand. And I'm listening to what they tell me the description of the property is. If they tell me, last time it was updated was 1962, well, then I know it's not exactly up to date and it's going to need, just a little bit of work. So I can estimate what the repair estimate is. I can run my comps online and know what those comps are. And now I have a target in my mind for the negotiation and the number I've got to get them to make this work for them. So that's how I handle negotiation when I'm out of town, quote unquote, out of touch. I'm not. And that's what I have my virtual assistant do. I have them work a very minor script. That way the report is built with me, not with them on the phone. And that script gives me just enough information so I can figure out what I need to talk about when I call them back. And I can figure out some of the information in advance so that when I'm talking to them, I actually know what's going to happen and what direction I need that negotiation going in. I have my maximum allowable offer already in mind, and I'm negotiating them down towards that maximum allowable offer. So they're bringing me up, right? They're bringing me up so they feel like they won. And I can get to that point without ever actually seeing the property. So that's the quick tip for the day. It's all about maximizing your virtual assistants the right way and thinking through your deal in advance and making sure you've got your team set up so that you, yes, can do deals from absolutely anywhere in the world. For Traction Real Estate Mentors, it's Tom Zeeb from Puerto Rico signing off. I'll talk to you later.